Subtraction Magic. Understanding the identity property. Hello, English learners and math enthusiasts. Today, we'll venture into the fascinating world of subtraction, specifically focusing on the identity property of subtraction. As you know, subtraction is one of the fundamental mathematical operations. Understanding its properties will help make your arithmetic adventures easier and more fun. Before we dive into the identity property, let's refresh our memory on what subtraction is. Subtraction is the mathematical operation of finding the difference between two numbers. For instance, if you have 7 apples and you give 3 to a friend, you subtract 3 from 7 to find out how many you have left. That's subtraction. Now, let's turn our attention to the identity property of subtraction. It's a mouthful, isn't it? But don't worry, it's actually very straightforward. The identity property of subtraction states that when you subtract 0 from any number, the result will always be the number itself. It's like taking nothing away from what you have, so everything stays the same. Let's see this property in action. Suppose you have 5 candies, and you decide not to give any away. So, you subtract 0 from 5. What are you left with? Yes, that's right. You're left with all 5 candies. So, 5 minus 0 equals 5. This applies to any number. If you have 10 books and take none away, 10 minus 0 equals 10. If you have 100 marbles and take none away, 100 minus 0 equals 100. So, any number minus 0 equals that same number. This is the identity property of subtraction. And there you have it. Today we learned about the identity property of subtraction, which states that any number minus 0 equals that same number. Subtraction, like many things in life, has its own unique properties that make it more interesting and meaningful. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found this lesson on the identity property of subtraction both useful and enlightening. Keep practicing, and remember, every number has its own identity when you subtract 0 from it. Happy learning, and see you in our next lesson.